Ah, lordy. How's it going, Radical viewers? Groomgay right back into a more Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and the return of the Esterisle's Cartography Guild homebrew that has been on, I think, a little bit over a month hiatus. Thankfully, managed to sync up my only day off so far in 33 days of working with this. And of course, my day off, I feel like utter crap. Go figure. It's almost as if stress has this horrible effect on your well-being or something. That's certainly not going to stop me, and it certainly is going to stop the rest of us. Oh, though I may be running out to use the can once in a while, just to, you know, make sure I don't do anything too horrible to my chair. And already, at the moment I hit record, I hear my dogs barking. Par for the course, as usual. Ugh. I'm not kidding when I say I don't feel good. I feel freaking terrible. Like, honestly, I probably shouldn't do this, but, you know, I'm gonna do it. It's only 2 hours and a 10-minute break, and there are 2 hours. I mean, hell. My job has me working harder than that, so I have no excuse not to have some fun with this. And regretfully, looks like we're having some problems getting people actually into the game. 2 of us aren't even here. That's not good. And 2 more of us are on cell phones. What is happening? That's not good. Well, our DM is thankfully in the Discord, so let's go join him real quick. I feel like death. The deathiest of deaths. Oh, death be me. That's not good. There we go. Let's see if that helps. Oh, DM's in the Discord, but has himself muted. Huh. Well, shit. TikTok, knock knock. Hello, hello, hello. I hear things.
Yo.
Oh my god, those things have names. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's so nice to hear voices that aren't related to the Census Bureau right now.
Well, you know. We're all related to the Census Bureau.
When am I getting my census results back? I hope I passed. Honestly, those questions were like super hard.
Yeah, they were.
Were you in the
name?
I was about to say, were you in the household April 1st? What's your full name? Are you male or female? Are you white, Asian, Hispanic, yada yada? And if so, which versions of those?
Yeah, I got stuck on that one. I don't know which white I am.
That one actually is legit confusing. I don't understand why they ask it.
Are you German white or French white? Because they are
you-
basically the same.
Are you white 2.0 or white 3.0?
Are you white with a side of cherries or white with a side of Caesar salad?
You know what?
What's your make and model?
You know what the weird kicker of this is? Like, so, I've been working for these guys for over a month now. I know this because this is the first legit day off I've actually had in 33 days. And, lo and behold, I have people showing up at my door to take a census interview.
That's really funny.
So I did the one thing that came to just me naturally. It's like, I know what the hell their job is because I'm literally basically their boss. These guys weren't part of my team, but I decided to screw with them on every question.
That's really funny.
Were you here on April 1st? Like, that kind of depends. See, because I wasn't here until a minute after midnight on the 31st of the month prior to April. What? Yeah.
So maybe, perhaps, but possibly not.
Like, well, what?
I mean,
What's
I
your
don't
race?
know.
Like, I identify as a dragon, preferably a chromatic dragon.
I'm a
like-
silver dragonborn.
Like, I seriously just screwed with them all the way up until the end of the interview. That finally I said, it's like, dude, I'm a supervisor. I'm just dicking with you. Here's the actual results you want. There are 3 people in this household. They were born this, this, this. Their names are this, this, and this, and all that. I basically raced them through the interview in about a minute.
I mean, did they have fun though?
When they finally realized I was dicking with them because I was a supervisor, yes. When they thought I was just dicking with them to be an asshole, oh no, they were pissed.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, no, bro, I literally had to train people to do your job. I get it. It's okay. I even gave them some pointers and tips and coaching, because there are going to be people like that they encounter. It's like, by all means, literally just put down whatever they say. That's what you're supposed to do. Or if you really feel uncomfortable with putting it down, hey, don't know, refuse, because technically you can take it as a refusal.
What the fuck even happened last time?
I don't
I
remember.
do.
I remember starting a job and then hating my life for a month.
Mm.
That's literally all I remember for last month.
I think we failed or something.
Us fail? Perish a thought.
See, the last thing in chat is about memes. So
That helps.
that seems helpful quite a bit.
It looks like we might have had combat at some point, or someone was testing a spell.
I think someone was testing a Ray of Frost repeatedly.
I was breaking the handcuffs with Ray of Frost around our new friend.
Yeah, well, last time it did end with making a new friend. That did happen.
Oh, right, that guy. He's a part of our crew now. I think only like 2 of us actually know that. The rest of us are going to be in shock.
Yeah.
I remember now.
That's gonna be crazy.
God, it's like when I got
What
lost
happened to
trying to watch...
Nathan?
uh-oh. He
I don't know. He was
Where's old Narhan?
Oh,
He was
There
around
he
like a
is.
few minutes ago.
found him.
Blah.
Who's that?
Yeah, no kidding.
At least 3 of them.
Okay. So, I think I remember everything that happened last time. Because that's my job. So, you guys, still, like, just having accepted a job, shadily, from one of Leora's contacts, you were, attempting to protect, this, strange-looking individual from a group of his people that were after him. The thing was, the second day you did manage to find and capture someone who you believe was attempting to assassinate him or something. and detain him, getting a little bit of information, but not all that much. But still, having the prisoner kind of, helped you guys sleep a little better, probably. Regardless, final day of the protection job. As you were walking along, you did end up getting ambushed by a group of Githyanki warriors who managed to, although most of them died and the others weren't looking, the one survivor wasn't looking too great. He did manage to do something to teleport your friend elsewhere before escaping. After that, there was a little bit of panic, discussion with Leora's contact and all that fun stuff, which basically ended up with Leora enlisting Gwydion to help kill their prisoner and hide their body where they'll never be found, only to have that be completely sidetracked whenever they just decided to keep them aboard your ship. Yay. Meanwhile, your good friend Will Baker seems to be having some sort of problems recently. Excuse me?
You're excused.
Oh, I see. In any case, there's a lot going on. Actually, this morning, I don't know if you guys remember, but Gwydion did receive a message in his head from Elrin, saying that he would be returning to Tortana this afternoon and asking you guys to join him for dinner.
Ah, it's that guy.
Yeah.
That old serial killer vampire man.
Yeah, it's dinner guy.
And he'll be having us for dinner.
Hopefully, if
I
all
hope
goes
not.
well.
Murder, it's on the menu.
In any case, I believe we basically just left off with you guys making a new friend. I use the term "make" as in forcing it upon someone, which is just fantastic. I'm just a big fan.
I mean, did we
I think
honestly...
everyone else is doing something, but I don't really remember what.
Pit.
I think Aotearoa was making some armor for Aa, who died in the very first fight he was in, so I'm gonna need to do like a second level spell to resummon.
Also, Gwydion and Leora opened up that cool box, and we saw what was inside, and it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't not foreboding.
Yeah, of course not. I would never be foreboding. I'm
You
not
would
that
never
kind of guy.
forebode.
I would never forebode. I only postbode.
You at least that was at least 5 bode, dude.
Okay. I think the rest of you guys were like going to go to the fighting pits. I think that's really what it was. Like,
Yeah, you know what? Sure, why not? I'll do it.
because I
mean-
remember like
Yeah.
thinking that it was funny how like everyone was going for some reason. I was just like, well, this is gonna work really well for Leora.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I can do that now. So you guys, while this is happening, mind you, they're over there like panicking whether or not they're gonna kill this guy or not. So you guys probably get to the Iron Tankard relatively early for a tavern, but it's a fighting pit, and betting is day long. Whenever you get there, Torvir is at the bar, a small dwarven man, thick. He's a dwarven bartender. He's that guy. That's what he looks like. Entering in, he immediately notices Lucian. Howdy, friend. Looks like you brought some company this time.
Yes, it looks like all of my friends enjoy fighting a little bit.
It's almost like we forgot what the hell we were originally gonna do. We said fuck it, fight pit.
What? No, never.
Never. We chose to
Well,
come here.
first places to go. Well, come on, have a drink. Feel free to watch the fights. Not sure if there's going to be any good ones today, but we'll give it a shot.
Hopefully I can make it good.
Well, you don't exactly have the best track record now, do you?
Well, no. No, I don't.
I mean, bright side, you can only go up from bedrock, I suppose.
It's true.
Or just
That
scoot
is
across
true.
the bedrock.
Have you been doing well in the pitch?
It's been a while since I was in the arenas, so I kind of have to get back into shape for that.
I see.
Pretty quickly, whatever fight was going on, ends. One guy just beat up the other one. Not a very eventful fight, not very fun at all. They drag out the guy, some smelling salts, get him back to consciousness, and he, kind of spits blood and anger and orders a drink or whatever. The pits are now more or less free. I assume that Lucian probably wants to do that, huh?
He does. That is what he wants.
Yeah, I figured that might occur.
Lucian, I believe in you. I will place a wager on your behalf.
Well, I won't tell you what to do with your money.
I'm just gonna sit back and laugh at the loser.
I believe in you pretty well, so let's do 50 gold.
Ah, okay.
Jeez.
I mean, brightside, it's a 50-50 shot, statistically, right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know
You
that
either win or you
at all.
lose.
I think there's a way to map out the statistics of the fights the way that Legion does them, but I don't really want to.
Ergo,
I-
50-50 shot. He either wins or he loses.
Yeah.
We don't know how good the enemy fighter is at kicking my ass specifically.
The best part is, neither do I, really.
Great.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. In any case, a challenger does approach you. This guy is the same guy that you saw fight. He was the guy that challenged Gorthok back whenever.
Oh,
he
Gorthok
first-
beat his ass?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
coming back from
Yeah.
his first fight that you were there for. He kind of limps over to you. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's particularly incapable. It's just he does have a little leg limp. Walks into the ring. Saw you talking to Gorthok the other day.
You could say we're good friends, yeah.
I'll tell your friend to watch out after I'm done with you.
We'll see about that.
I guess we will. Go ahead and give me some rolls.
Roll.
Yeah.
Roll.
Ooh, them some good rolls.
Some okay rolls.
I mean, one of them's not particularly good, but that usually shouldn't matter.
We'll see.
Oh, actually, that's fantastic. The fight doesn't go on for very long. It seems like, although that you take a good number of blows and they seem to be doing some heavy hits on you, you're kind of actually Okay. You're kind of surprised that Gorthok was able to take so many of those, just based on like how heavy this guy hits. But you do manage to get the better of him and end up winning 50 gold pieces.
Oh, beautiful.
As for Q, you win a grand total of 61 gold in the bet. It looked like most of the people were betting for
Unnamed fighter number 32.
yeah, the opponent.
We'll call him Jim.
Sure.
Sure.
Fuck Jim.
Dude, that guy.
Lucian already did.
You kind of, you get him with one of your classic elbow strikes, like directly to the side of the chin, and he just like stumbles over.
As I clock him in the chin, I yell, "The people's elbow!" and everyone's confused.
Yeah, no one has any idea.
I just laugh.
In any case, the same sort of thing, one of the guys behind the bar like comes out. And Jim's never been the same since that fight with Gorthok. He just pulls him out.
Oh, jeez. Feel kind of bad now.
Game damage.
Fuck Jim.
Jim.
Whenever you get back to the bar, Torvir just kind of looks at you. Well, that's putting on a streak now all of a sudden.
Hopefully I never lose again, right?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I might put a bet on you next time.
Maybe you'll earn some money this time.
Well, let's just say I make enough to have some expendable income. Speaking of which, first round's on me. And pours you guys some drinks.
Fuck yeah.
By this time, like, Leora and Gwydion are just kind of like getting off the boat, walking towards the guild hall, just kind of like.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
So you just recruited a new friend. How are you guys doing?
Feeling spiffy.
That's
So, Gwydion, how exactly are we going to explain this to everybody else? I'd like to imagine he does that in character.
Yep.
The sound of a hamster wheel squeaking intensifies. Tell us the truth.
It gives you a look of such bewilderment.
I can't come up with a reasonable lie. We've got that man on our ship. Can't really lie about it.
What, him? No, he's not there. What do you mean?
I'll try and think of something.
I mean, he's only a race that we haven't really seen other than this one incident or anything. It's not like he stands out in the crew we've literally sailed for months with.
I think it'd just
Not at all.
be easier if we just told them what happened.
Is it possible that our crewmates are dumb enough that they won't recognize him specifically, just that he is of that race?
you. He knows I'm not wrong.
Lucian wouldn't forget a face.
What if we get him a very big hat? Do you think that would make it harder for them to notice?
No.
I'll think of something.
Dress him up as Elrond.
You do that. I need to actually tell the crew that Elrond invited us to dinner this afternoon, so when they get back, I'll look for them. In the meantime, I've got a project to work on.
It's a busy day for everybody.
Indeed.
Well, toodaloo. And she skips off.
Until next time. We'll walk off. You know, we had this whole time to work on that new spell, and I just kind of never did it with you.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
Yeah, oh well.
Nice.
We'll have it next week.
Absolutely. Yeah, you came across a rather tricky part of writing this next sigil, and like you're trying to figure out exactly how to make it work, and you think it might take an indescript amount of time.
The tricky part was remembering to do it.
Man, let's hope we don't encounter a combat session where that spell would have been useful.
It was totally a non-combat spell, so it won't matter.
In any case, I assume that you guys do eventually make it back before dinner time to the guild hall.
Does Lambert fight?
Does Lambert fight?
I want to fight. Sure, I'll fight.
Sure.
All
You
right.
can fight.
Athletics.
I'm gonna bet 100 gold on him this time.
Oh, fuck. Now I feel pressure. Let's see how this rolls. It's only been a month.
Lambert, I have the utmost faith in you.
You know what?
It's only gold, but I'm going to double my wager that I put on Lucian.
I feel like I should be offended by that, but I'm not.
I feel like there's a peer
Just
pressure.
getting the hang of this gambling thing.
This is
no.
a great time to start gambling, obviously. I've only been in this fighting pit twice.
Addiction.
Okay, I'm going to maximize my character sheet now, so I'm not even going to see what I roll. I'm just going to gauge reactions. Alright, athletics, weapon attack, and then con. Okay.
It's athletics, acrobatics, and con, and you can replace any one of those with an attack.
Alright, prep your best reactions.
Okay.
Fuck all of you.
I got my reaction gift ready.
Okay. There's that, and that. Fuck you guys, seriously.
Whoa.
Alright, what happened? Oh.
Okay.
above average, and pretty good. Okay.
Alright. So, the guy you up against is not particularly nimble, but he's a pretty heavy hitter. Luckily, you're used to taking some heavy hits, so you've kind of shrugged them all off, but by the end of it, you know, you get a little winded, but yeah, you managed to turn out a win on this one.
Sweet.
Here, hold on just 1 second.
And you burn him to a crisp, of course.
I'm about to say, if someone threatens me, I'm just gonna look him down in the eyes like, you do know I can just light you on fire, right? I don't have to stab you or slash you, I can just burn you alive. Or shatter your bones literally within your own being.
That's fun. Lambert, you, you also win 50 gold.
Bitchin'.
Q wins 124 though.
I'm missing out on this gambling scene.
So am I.
Apparently.
Well, we're scared because we're worried Dennis is going to start gambling again. We're just going to encounter that problem all over again, where he just has other parties' money. Because we can't stop betting against him, and we keep losing to him.
No. That was Merrick. This is a different character. No gambling.
Oh.
I'm a good girl. Liliana is nice.
I feel like
What's
that's
your
just you, Dennis.
Yeah, I
love gambling. Really.
Yeah, like at some point you were with the Russian mafia and you had to gamble for your life or
Well, why
something.
do you think he has motorcycles to gamble every day?
True.
How do you think I won that?
So, Gwydion can't gamble because I have 0 money at all. In fact, I think I owe someone money. Let me check.
We all owe someone money.
Hold on.
Wait,
Is this real life?
Wait, in fact, I think only one of us doesn't actually owe any more money on their debt currently.
Yeah,
Leora.
Leora, the fiscally responsible one.
Someone may have lent me money at some point in time. However, I have no notes of it, which is how I'm going to get away with it.
That was me.
Were we like given 1,000 gold or something at the beginning of that last escort quest?
Probably.
And then
Yes,
we
we never divvied it
failed.
up.
I don't worry about it. What are they gonna do?
Yeah,
Well, let me think. Given how usually criminal organizations work, they might tie us to a rock and throw us off a bridge and we'll drown. They might throw us into a barrel and light it on fire, roll it down a hill. They may very well just slit our throats in our sleep. The list goes on. You want me to continue?
Lambert,
Yes.
you either have the worst acquaintances or absolute terrible taste in literature.
The answer is yes on both these counts.
Wow. If they throw us in the ocean, I can breathe underwater, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll probably just be thrown in a barrel and lit on fire.
Fine.
Well, you know.
Look what they've done to my boy. We cannot drown this man. Therefore, we're just gonna burn him alive and listen to him scream in agony.
Never. This is hearsay at best and slander at worst.
A red dragon deals fire damage. I can also deal fire damage. Therefore, they just assume I'm immune to fire damage because, duh, that's how it works.
I think that makes you a red dragon by that logic.
It does.
Or brass.
I'm not a cop. What do you mean? Are you a cop?
Wait, what do copper dragons breathe again? Is it also fire?
Sleep. I think they breathe sleep.
Pepper spray?
Somebody, yeah, pepper spray. I like that
Mace.
a lot.
Mace breath weapon.
Because copper. Anyways.
Literally just starts spewing actual solid maces at people from its throat.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Ugh. Anyway.
Anywho, at some point it becomes dinner time, and I assume by that point,
I would have informed them of the dinner and no other news.
and nothing else.
Nothing
Nothing
else.
else is important. There's nothing that has happened today. We have just been invited to dinner.
That's all.
Really, I could have sworn the thing with the job that we botched would have came back to bite at least Leora in the ass by now, but I see she's still alive and not on fire.
Well, I haven't seen her today.
And not drowning either.
Can we go ahead and roll a deception check?
What is that? Okay. You've been called out.
I don't know.
I mean, I was gonna roll an insight no matter what anyway, so it works. Right? Well, okay, if I can't beat that, I actually could not beat that. Weird. Alright, that's fine.
I've been thinking for all day.
Wow, that's
Just like Leora, she's always taking off and doing her own thing.
Our plants suck.
I think you may need to have the talk with Gwydion and Leora, Q. She's your family, so I'll let you handle that.
Didn't Gwydion just say she hasn't seen Leora today?
He said that, but I don't. That was suspicious. I think that there's something. Those two, you know.
Oh no, I'm not into people.
End of spells.
Yeah, right, Lucian. Gwydion's discussed this before. They just would rather not.
So, yes, to dinner with Elrin, yes?
Right.
Pretty,
Alrin.
I have to wear
pretty damn
that.
good last time.
Do I have to wear that damn petticoat again?
Yes, you do.
Fuck.
Which one was Elrin?
The rich one.
He was the serial killer vampire changeling dude.
He was our host. He seemed like an interesting guy. He had the painting from Gwydion's, what was it, aunt? Or
Mother?
Did he commission me to make a hurdy-gurdy?
I think he did.
I think you did.
And I'm pretty sure you said I can absolutely do that. It won't
And
be a
I think we
problem.
might have forgotten to actually
Okay.
do the thing with
I
that.
think we might have just. No, I think we did make it happen. We just kind of.
I mean, if I've got like an hour to prep, I'm gonna like use Channel Divinity real quick just to make one, because I can fucking do that.
Couldn't fucking do that.
Oh, I forgot this commission.
It'll be a
Fun.
really nice one, so it'll be 100 golds worth of whichever
You're the
hurdy-gurdy.
envy of Twitter artists everywhere.
And it's got all sorts of forged iconography on it.
What kind of
And it's
iconography?
mostly made of
Oh,
silver.
that-
Just see how that goes.
Mostly made of silver. Got it. Well, that's gonna make it a lot more expensive.
Iconography, if you would.
Yeah. At the very least, there'll be some like significant silver bits that we'll be able to see if Elrin is a vampire, werewolf, changeling, serial killer, man, changeling.
Where did werewolf come from?
Man,
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Where did the rest of that come from?
well,
Hey,
if a werewolf
you
touches
guys
silver-
have the imagination here. Elrin is just my good boy.
Imagination. I literally make Geralt of Rivia. What imagination?
Fair. In any case, you all gather at Elrin's house on Baron Street this evening, knocking on the door to be greeted by the familiar floating pad of paper. Pen floats up and writes, "The master is expecting you. Please follow me." And then, just keeping the door open, flows gently through the antechamber and into the hallway. You guys like almost forgot that Elrin just has magic floating things that do all of his bidding, and it's a little upsetting every time. You follow the pad of paper through the hall, past the familiar paintings, a strange swamp, a great green forest, and the strange painting of a ship burning beneath the water. Lucian.
Yeah.
As you lay your eyes on the painting, you have a flash in your mind, just like a brief second, just 5 eyes opening in the darkness of that painting. It's only for a brief moment, but like you kind of take a second.
This is important to me for some reason.
Your sanity score is slipping.
It's only increasing. He's gonna look away from the painting.
You all continue toward the dining room. Once beyond the threshold, Elrin greets you. Welcome back, friends. Please, sit. You all kind of take your places, and he snaps his fingers, and from the other room, a series of floating plates comes in to bring your first dish of the meal. A light salad of spinach and lettuce with tomato, elfear, and shredded carrot, and a red wine vinaigrette. I grew the vegetables myself, so it should be quite pleasant.
As it always is.
Elf here?
There's some elf here? What did you say?
There's
Elfear.
elf
I-
here.
It is a herb traditionally used for healing. I thought at least one of you would know.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say anything because it's funny watching their reactions to it.
A little messed up.
I'm literally
enough.
probably the only one that would know that too.
Yeah, Nathan knew. I have no idea if Leora would.
Yeah, Lucian.
I mean, let me tell you, it's a salad. Tastes good.
Tastes pretty fucking good.
So I'm sure you've had your share of adventures since we last met. Tell me, what have you been up to?
Well, I died.
Well,
We're still fact checking that.
I suppose that is quite a feat.
Elrin, have you heard of a god that has, like, so many eyes and is in... it was very dark. I'm assuming it was underwater.
I am not a particularly religious man. I do make donations to a local temple, but I am not well versed in, well, uh, such bizarre description.
Okay.
I assume you have a reason to ask me?
Well, when I died, I opened my eyes and I was very deep underwater, and there was this many-eyed, indescribable thing that told me it wasn't done with me, and then I woke up in the temple where I was supposedly dead.
I see. A bit astonishing. Truth be told, I have made made it rather a point to stay alive as much as possible. And none of you performed any magic. I've heard of certain people being able to perform such a feat.
Yeah, but that's out of a base of talents.
Pretty much. Whenever I sense Lucian, I sense he's got magic around him. Don't know what exactly it has to do with keeping him. So, you know, just kind of rationalized it. Sometimes people just die and come back to life, you know. What are you gonna do?
Just happens, yeah.
Well, frankly, most of us freaked the hell out when we saw him again. That's what we did.
That's fair.
Well, I suppose that is what I'm going to have to do as well. But it's been quite some time. Surely that's not the only thing that you have done over the course of these last few weeks.
We found some ancient ruins in a volcano that led to the Underdark, and they had talking about weird gods again. They had some kind of altar to this strange god that I had no idea what it was, and it had a person in it who was like, you know, like this.
So you ran into one of those then?
Yes, barely made it out by my estimates, but we made it nonetheless. Don't want to go back.
I don't either. I would rather keep my brain intact, if at all possible.
Well, if I were to go back, there's a couple things I might want to do. There was a library there full of very ancient, undisturbed texts. I was only able to grab a few books.
A library. Surely
Yeah.
Quite old. Perhaps even valuable.
Extremely. I'm gonna pull out one of the books from my backpack and like look up like the date because it was from the Age of Arcana. Is that what it was from?
No.
No?
That's a different thing entirely. That's not in the right world.
Yeah.
I think it was like you're the one who's been taking the notes, brother.
Yeah. I am looking for it.
Go to my notes so I can
Gideon
find
has
it
so
for
many
you.
notes.
It was post-calamity. Convergence.
Oh, Age of Arcana was Critical Role. My bad.
Yep.
It's Critical Role, yeah.
I honestly don't forget it.
Oh, here we go.
Well, it's because Critical Role always steals from you, Michael, so...
That's true.
Obviously.
You're not wrong.
Together.
This campaign sponsored by Critical Role.
Mhm.
Sponsored by Grog.
Salamander, 2 interesting books. Caught my eye. Yeah, books on elder cults. 2 symbols. Yeah, cult of blah blah blah.
Mystic War. Yeah.
Aha!
That's what we were talking about.
Something from 12,164 AE. Forgot what that stands for. About 30,000 years old, though, by my estimation.
30,000.
Yes, if you wish to peruse its contents, I'd be fine with that. It's just really an almanac. It maps out a place I haven't really seen, as well as some of the Esterisles, but not as useful as it might actually seem. But now I'll try to read it. The words shift based on my perception. The book's enchanted.
I assume that would have something to do with the longevity of it, if nothing else. I would be very interested in taking a look at it, at the very least.
Hand it over to him.
He is kind of like takes some cursory glances. Fascinating. I hate to bring up business at dinner, but Cassius has informed me that you have a map that I would be interested in.
So I do. Yes.
Well, he said that he found a shrine very similar to the one that I have been making my second home.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that one. Yep.
specific that much?
I will, of course, be willing to pay 450 gold for the map to the tower. But we can make the trade later. For now, we should just continue eating.
Sure, no problem.
It was base 6.
Is it?
It's base 6.
What a generous god.
What a generous Elrond.
Do you think he's a god now too?
He's a god, he's a devil,
Yeah,
he's a demon.
Vampire god.
Yeah, let's just keep adding to the monikers we're giving him.
Why is everyone quiet?
Okay, I thought I was cutting out.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's like, did we break Discord? Why is it? Everyone's just too scared to say anything.
Oh, Elrond, I almost forgot. I finished that piece you commissioned. And here you are. And I hand out the Organstrum.
He takes it and just gives it a look. Oh, fantastic. Is this silver here? And he, like, very clearly, like, is touching it.
Yes, it's quite pure.
Is he wearing gloves?
He's not.
Everyone just makes a mental check mark. Not a changeling.
No, he might have like magic gloves that are invisible.
Oh, for God's sake!
It's
Really?
He's using disguised self to look like somebody else, and he's got like full body gloves on just in case.
Full body gloves?
But he's a changeling. He can just look like someone
Why not
else.
just gloves and clothes?
But see, now that's why he uses disguised self, because no one would expect a changeling of using magic to look like someone else. Just make themselves look like someone else.
He's actually a nudist, so he can't wear clothes, but gloves are like the exception.
Which is why he's not wearing gloves.
It's not a disguised self spell. It's a spell that makes clothing like inverse to what you're actually wearing. So if you're wearing pants and shoes and gloves, you're just wearing a shirt, basically.
So, yeah, Gwydion, can you reinvent that spell, please?
Disguise self?
No, our anti-nudity
exchange clothing.
Oh.
Yeah,
in any case,
I don't think I want to.
This will be quite something. Thank you very much.
Of course, it was nothing. Just blessed by the forge.
I can see that. And he kind of looks at the engravings. About this time, the next meal comes out. Oh, yes. Fresh cut shrimp and scallops, seasoned with black pepper, basil, and thyme. A sauce made of butter and Benedarian cheese. I added some homegrown peppers to the mix as well, just for a bit of spice.
Michael, do you have any idea how much my diet has been cut down now that I'm back in college? Can we cut this out?
Nope.
And these
You can live vicariously through Gwydion.
I'm gonna eat a protein bar.
Live by the forge, die by the forge.
I'm not gonna lie, like as someone that's been genuinely working as a cook for a lot of my occupational career, I actually really kind of dig this.
It's good. It's good. I have fun preparing his meals.
It tastes like shit.
By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is basically shrimp Alfredo. It's an Alfredo sauce, but I can't call it an Alfredo sauce because Alfredo sauce is mozzarella cheese, which is named based on a location.
Yeah.
And it's trademarked and copyright, so you would
just call it Alfredo.
Yeah, but
it can't.
No.
So
This
we've
is
got some
shrimp
white
Elrond. This is shrimp Elrond.
There's no Alfredo Island in the East Isles where all the cheese comes from.
This is some Star Wars shit where they had to invent a place called Hell because Han Solo says go to hell.
Yeah, I love that retcon too. It's like just stop.
They had to make a whole book about hell and Star Wars.
I always used Parmesan in my Alfredo.
Use Parmesan on my help.
I always got it from a can.
Ah,
Yeah, a jar, whatever.
Yeah, jar.
A can?
a can, a car.
I'm so disappointed.
I'm a little mad. Elrond takes just a little bite and just. I heard from Will that you helped him with the sculptor case a while back. Do you think you made any progress?
Actually, I think we made a lot of progress last time.
Hey. Did you?
Well, maybe not necessarily in finding the sculptor themselves, but we did find out quite a bit about one of the victims and possibly motivations.
Oh, I see.
That is true.
And saved a person's life, and that's pretty good.
I suppose that is a step in the right direction indeed. I do hate to bring up something so gruesome for dinner, but I find it concerning that one such victim was found outside your relative doorstep. Do you intend on continuing, Will, in spite of the risk?
Well, to put it frankly,
Lucian died
easiest
of
way to
manacles not even a month ago, so yes.
Okay, well, not gonna say that, but yes, no.
But yes.
If we were to be attacked by the sculptor, I think we would be best suited to survive that, and therefore we would know who it is, because they tried to kill us.
As long as it's not two manticores in a coat, we're fine.
I mean, I would be fine, but...
I'm not sure how often you could come back from that. I think once was enough.
I'm not sure anymore.
I'm sure he will appreciate the assistance. There's safety in numbers. I'm sure you'll be fine. But if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Have you seen Will recently?
Have I seen recently?
Seen Will recently?
Yes,
Hey, fucker.
He's getting louder and louder.
Okay.
Oh, is that the
Nah.
I've been hearing that song a lot recently because I've been playing so many games of Cabbage. It's insane.
Shut up.
That is, but, I went to Will recently to help with a job. We encountered a psionic person like himself, and figured we could use him to help. We were trying to take some kind of case. The lead's gone, but You know, and that was the last time I saw him.
Uh-oh, what happened? What the... Maybe Tim is something breaking. What the hell? Oh, what the hell?
So,
There it
it's
is.
not going to be disconnected.
Unfortunately, no. He was rather tired whenever he left. It probably wouldn't make the best guest for a group gathering.
I like to imagine that anytime Elrin talks, two members of the party just kind of look at each other and then look away.
Yeah.
It changes every time.
Yeah, basically.
No reason. That's good. That makes sense. I feel like Elrin took off to the first island really quickly. So
No,
we
you
lost it.
guys met with him after that.
Okay.
Say, a dark fire that was caused by some
What the fuck?
boxes full of
Evil things.
evil. I don't know what they were, but they were evil.
Are we allowed to talk about that? I guess there's no reason not to. I mean, there's some kind of smuggling thing going on here.
I mean, it is.
What exactly do you mean a box of evil?
Literally a
Well,
box that was full of boxes that were full of, according to him, evil. It was boxes of boxes.
Yeah, the boxes radiated a fiendish energy.
Wait, were they
Not.
manticores or chimeras? I forget.
They were chimeras.
Yeah, they were chimeras. I was about to say, I thought that sounded
It's
wrong.
fine,
every
he's
time.
old.
Right, chimeras.
Not to mention the two illegally shipped chimeras kept in the same warehouse.
Shipped by the Satichi family. From the island of Kaz, ruling merchants from Janari, laboring city-state.
Scandalous.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is not uncommon for such things to happen here. Usually not something that's large in scale. But yes, the occasional sabotage here and there, especially around the docks, is to be expected here in cars.
Beep beep. Elrin, that painting out there, the one of the ship that's sinking while on fire.
Yes.
You said that was painted by Gwydion's mother?
Hello.
Yes. Indeed it was. I was actually thinking about commissioning another piece from her soon.
Does she live nearby, Gwydion or Elrin?
No, she she lives like much further west, right?
She lives in Mainland.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it bad.
Mainland. So not here.
I believe presently they actually live. Oh God, why do I not remember the city name? I promise I wrote it down. And I
that
remembered
one.
You left roll
for
20.
such a long time.
Yeah, I remember that city.
Yeah, I hit a bad button. I hit the button that was the bad one.
The button.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is the one button you can't push while you're playing D&D. And I pushed it.
How dare.
That's the one I pushed. I was just like, hey. They live. Oh my god. I know it. This is infuriating.
Knows it.
That one place where things happen.
Oh my god. This is so incredibly infuriating, and I'm sorry it's taking me so long. But like, I
No, I did
know.
well gambling
No, it's fine.
today.
Matthew's bullying me.
Yeah, you made quite a bit of money.
The gambling. I wasn't there for that. I was doing business things.
Well, I feel like the odds were in my favor. I had two individuals that I was quite sure they were going to win. And I came away with a lot of gold. I'm not sure why other people don't gamble like that.
Sure, it's
Well,
because
they
don't
do.
have the forge guiding them.
I didn't
My
ask the
experiences
Forge
with
for any
gambling
help.
are mixed, to say the least. Hey, Gwydion, your parents live in Ambria.
There we go.
I found it.
Where's the map again?
If you think about it, a coin has to be forged, so of course
thank
anything
you, Matt.
dealing with gambling would be under the purview of the forge.
Which island is that on?
It's the capital of
Oh,
Mainland.
here we go. Okay.
Capital boy.
Well, perhaps we could bring your commission to her. Run that errand for you.
No, that's will not be necessary. I have other ways of contacting individuals.
Okay. Gwydion, what I need you to get from this is that I need to speak to your mother.
All right. I mean, wanted to meet up with her soon, anyways.
She's a very fascinating individual. I hope the next painting will be a very fine addition to my collection.
Could this guy just sound more ominous, please? What the hell is this?
What?
General Kenobi.
I feel like this is all like you guys are thinking that he's saying things. I think that like it's like watching a show and like knowing that this guy is going to be the bad guy. You know what I mean?
But we don't actually.
Yeah.
For the same person? I think you deserve to die.
I believe that term is called a red herring.
Yeah.
No,
Red hair?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
a red herring's intentional. We're
Is it a
making
first-
this a red herring.
You are making your own red herring, and
No one
it's
heard
kind of
your
great.
joke. No one heard your joke, Tyler.
What was the joke that you made?
I said it first.
we said it at the same time.
What happened?
Nathan
did-
said red herring. Cabbage and I said red hair is what you have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Speaking
Uh,
of red, show us your
it-
hand.
Anyway,
Scabbing. Look at how nasty it is.
yeah, it's
Nice.
gross. You're gross.
Man, look at that roll.
I would much
As,
like to see it.
As you guys are talking, the final course comes in. Yes, an almond tart. The almonds were blanched in Marish bourbon for a bit with a bit of a smoky note to pair with the sweetness of the rest of it. It should be quite pleasant. It is quite pleasant. It's like pecan pie, but like good. Like almonds. Anyway.
I love almonds.
So, do you have any plans for the Bright Moons Festival? I hear it's going to be a big one this year. The aristocracy have been talking about it incessantly.
I think we were doing the tournament.
Yeah.
A tournament?
Yes, apparently we are supposed to fight and beat up the crew of the other ships at the guild hall.
I see. I suppose that would be quite a way to uh, get some publicity.
It's a team building exercise of our ship, you know. It'll bring us more together. Violence like this is not quite necessary, but it'll have us work together, and it's
Sport, yes.
Q, I don't think you can deny the crew of the Newman's Requiem are complete asshats.
Exactly.
I don't believe I saw them wearing any hats. At least nothing as fashionable as what Leora has given me here.
Forgive my chant by the way.
That's funny.
I forgot about the goddamn hat.
It'll be a good opportunity to show off our combat prowess. I'm not much of a fighter, but, you know, have some spells I've been wanting to try out.
Oh, I understand that feeling very well.
That was me. It's my bad. He has evil now. I can't.
I'm sorry, but this will never stop being.
It can't
What
be.
happened? I don't know what happened.
Thunder? He was like,
Oh.
I understand the feeling very well, and then a thunder crack happened outside my window.
Oh, I
that's
see.
funny.
Nice,
Dude,
nice.
it's thundering for me too.
Oh, I didn't hear that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Same,
Oh,
same here.
It's me and Cabbage. with our Kinsey ears.
I spent quite some time as an adventurer, and there was nothing quite like testing out a new spell. As for the Bright Moons Festival, I always make a point to join in on the festivities, although most of my time is spent eating the rather specific festival cuisine.
Stop. Do the thing where you look at someone like to your side. Like,
Although I'm sure there'll be quite a betting game on your match, the wealthy of the city will likely be very pleased.
Oh wait.
Did I say something wrong?
no.
It's just a bit of an inside joke within our party.
I see. I understand. I've had my fair share.
Fuck. Tyler is super like dead from that last thing.
I hate you all.
Wow.
I can't.
If I know anything, Elrin, you can bet on us. We're gonna. I hate those guys. They're really mean and not nice.
Say
They beat the
there's
hell out of my friend.
a 50-50 chance that we will do it. Either we'll win or we won't. So
With this gambling thing, are we allowed to bet on ourselves?
I don't believe
I think
that.
that's against the rules.
Right. Well, the rules are the rules. We shouldn't do that.
Of course. I won't. Gwydion is like, doing the Tyler thing where he only like eats maybe like half of each meal because, you know,
And then he feels terrible afterward.
low appetite, small stomach. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's delicious. Tastes great. I should save room for the next thing. We'll pass it over to Lucy and then he eats it. Big
What's
strong-
the next thing?
Gwydion, do you share any of your mother's artistic talents?
Aside from drawing maps, not really. Didn't take up painting. The painter here would be Lucian.
Yes, I do love painting.
The trait I inherited from my mother was her sense of adventure, although she sort of stayed tied down at home while I went and started to explore the Esterisles.
Understand. Don't worry, although I would like to report otherwise. All of my art is restricted to working with food. The call to adventure is a quite the powerful trait. I'm glad you're able to follow those
Yeah.
impulses.
Yes, ever since I was an adolescent, I suppose, learning about history and everything in school, I wanted to, I guess, go to the source, as it would be, or make my own history even. And the other thing, as far as art goes, I am going to try my hand at making my first spell. So hopefully, I can, hopefully that catches on. There are plenty of spells that are famously named after people. Wouldn't mind being amongst those ranks.
Well, I look forward to being able to cast it myself one day when it becomes that big.
It won't be much, it'll be a very minor thing, but suppose eventually I can move on to greater things, but curb my ambition for now. Got a lot to do.
You said you were an illusionist, yes?
Correct, yes. It will be an illusion spell.
Interesting. I always have found it illusion rather interesting, but not a very strong suit of mine.
It's mostly just fun, really. That's what I got out of it.
I suppose I'm the same way, but my brain takes more towards transmutation.
That's a complicated one for sure. Strange one.
Transmutation.
Well, that's strange.
It does often happen that brains that favor one school of magic or another are less than enthused about another school or so. Evocation not being particularly well suited for abjuration, conjuration, illusion. The two of ours seem to be rather far away on that.
I suppose so, yes. I'm not really having much impact on physical reality, whereas transmutation is pretty much just that, but, they say that your preferred school of magic can actually say a lot about you. I don't know what exactly, but I assume people say that.
It is often said, yes. Really, it's more specific than that. Transmutation works well for me because it, as I said before, I do not like the idea of dying, and I have very much used transmutation to aid me in that.
Oh.
Yeah, dying sucks. I can tell you that much.
I didn't know transmutation could do that. I thought that was a necromancy thing.
It's not quite so direct. Rather, it gives me longevity. You might not know it from looking at me, but I'm older than Cassius is. Cassius is an elf, by the way.
Yeah.
Suppose I would not have known that.
I guess he's older than Cassius.
We are old friends from the military days. Oh, what is he? I think he turns roughly 200 something, I believe, next year. It's been quite some time.
What race is this individual?
He's a tiefling.
Changeling. He's a changeling.
Wow.
That looks like a tiefling.
That is nifty. The fact that can happen, I'm surprised. Well, it must be difficult magic to access, otherwise I imagine most people would do it.
Yes. Now, would not say I am immortal, per se. I can still very easily be killed, but
Yeah.
making my body younger does bring health benefits for sure.
I'm surprised that you're so forthcoming about this information. It seems like something that most individuals would want.
I suppose, but it wouldn't do any good. I can't do it for other people, and other people don't have the magic. It's... well... you know.
No, I understand.
Man, he is a lot more eloquent than I am. I'm sorry.
Immortality is, to my understanding, more of a necromancy thing, although I think the rituals in which to accomplish that are quite, well, they're too dark for me, that's for sure. I don't think...
for me as well, I imagine. Not that I've looked.
Not that I've looked.
When you're in circles with casters like us, practitioners of magic, most people know what such things would exist, but knowing that they exist and going and actively looking for them are two very different things.
Yes. Well, as far as like research goes, oftentimes we only have enough time to explore one school or another. It really is take your pick.
Pretty much.
It is getting quite late. I apologize for always ending our dinners like this, but unfortunately I must get going. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Next time I'm in town, I'll be sure to invite you again.
Indeed. And next time I see my mother Alice, I will inform her that you want another painting. And I will be telling her of my adventures, which I'm sure will bring her inspiration for her painting.
Well, I'll give her a reason to slap you.
I look forward to seeing what your tales inspire within her. But before you go, and he snaps his fingers, here's the compensation for the map.
75.
And thank you for your service. Oh, and for the instrument.
Yeah, you worked really hard.
What
the hell?
Did you get that spider?
No, I didn't.
Gordian suddenly recalls the fact that that painting that he has in his living room is a real thing that my mom probably had a dream about or something, and he's going to withhold that information.
Repoke that painting. What did he do for the instrument?
I believe it was like 200 gold, and I think he paid you 100 up front.
Cool.
Oh my god, what did I do?
I didn't because if we got the full amount, it would have been base 6. That's why we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue, Legion.
Weird. He walks you guys
spend a bunch of that for like necklace stuff.
I believe you guys did.
Did you? I thought the necklaces came way before.
No. Well, no. It came. Yeah, the necklaces came before the Chimera fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually used them
not
during the
spent-
Chimera fight.
Okay, no, you're right then.
We have not spent any of that 1,000 gold, and then we just got paid from him, so we have a lot of money now.
Right, because we were waiting for the 2,000, yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
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 I thought I spent mine on a spell.
I think you might have. Because part of that, like, I think you spent it on a spell that you would use to help with the whole situation.
I think it was assumed, but yeah.
I did, yes, I did do that, I remember. So.
In any case, Elrin walks you out of the building, joining you on Barron Street. shuts the door behind him and locks it with a key. I look forward to seeing you all again. Cassius has the means of contacting me if you need to. In the meantime, stay safe and try not to die again.
Indeed.
Well, we'll see about that.
I keep telling you, stop chancing it.
With that, he weaves a small sigil in his hands, and his entire body catches fire in an instant. Before you can react to it, he's gone, leaving nothing but a cloud of smoke behind.
Well, he fucking died. Okay.
What?
What do you mean, what? Just burst into fire.
Yeah, it happens. It's called magic.
He's dead now. I mean, he just...
Lucian, you're
He's
dead.
on fire.
He disintegrated himself. Why is no one reacting like this?
He's on fire.
He's fine. That's just how he does his
this.
magic.
Well, I suppose if that's how he wants to flavor things, it's a little off-putting, but...
Organ, are we going to visit your mother now?
She's very far away. How long do we have until that festival?
A little over 2 weeks now.
Well, I mean, there is time.
I don't think it takes super long to get
Here, yeah. But
Yeah,
I
you
don't
just, like-
know. That was...
That would be like 4-ish days.
Yeah.
Hey,
Phase, if you would.
can I insight Gwydion to see if he just doesn't want to see her, if he's withholding something?
Oh, I mean, Gwydion wants to see her. It's just I don't know if Michael had planned for us doing that, so I don't know if it would, like, throw things off the rails. Or not.
Michael is used to me throwing things off the rails.
Yeah, and he's not the bard anymore,
He's
so
not
he has
wrong.
a lot harder time doing it. Can't just magically go, it's like, you know, I feel like I'm going to create a golem army. You know, I'm going to create an undead army. You know what? I'm just going to unleash an undead army by accident because my backstory now exists. And
Well,
it
visiting
deals with
my
these three
mom-
sorcerers.
Visiting my mom is less ambitious than all of those, that is for sure.
Hey, we're in the desert now. Hey, we're in the
It's-
jungle now.
It could be good for some of our party members to meet an elder artist and have some influence on them.
She's a bit shy.
I
Freaking...
thought that could be a good influence.
On who?
Is that supposed to mean something, Q?
You know, I think it would be a lovely idea to meet Gwydion's mother.
You know, there's just so much, you know, embarrassment, or, like, friends meeting parents and stuff. It's like... They might ask a lot of awkward questions, and...
Gwydion, that
Ding.
requires us to be your friend.
harsh, first off.
You know, Gordian, the parents get quite a lot of amusement out of that.
Q would know.
You'd also have to meet my father as well.
You have one of those.
I believe he had one at some point as well. It runs in the family. Fine. I can maybe work on my little project while we're sailing there as well, if we want to bring the food and...
What is it?
actually, I don't feel like sailing, really, now that I think about it. I think we could sail later, maybe after the festival. So seasick, just want to stay on land for a while. You know?
Reads the message he just got from Michael.
Yeah, I was about to say, someone's going to point this out sooner or later, and is it going to have to be me? Please don't be me. I'll be an ass about it.
I mean, we're not allowed to leave the island yet,
If
if I remember correctly.
you said Marish Island is where they are, that seems to be quite a ways. That we might not be able to make it there and back in time.
Indeed.
I mean, you know, you would have about a week there before you would have to leave again.
Michael, I'm getting mixed signals. Are we going or are we not going?
I don't know.
What do you want
I
to do?
didn't get a message from Michael. Gwydion just decided that he doesn't want to get on the ship. Go anywhere. Just for some reason.
Gwydion, is there something you need to tell us? Did your dad or mother? Is there some?
I'm not on the best terms with my dad, that's for sure. But you know.
Oh,
it's
good.
not-
I thought there was something involving the ship that should have us all worried for a moment.
That would be crazy.
No, of course not. Why would
What?
there be anything? What?
What does your father do for a profession?
That's, I mean, not really much. Our family's wealth was inherited from my grandmother on my, I believe, sorry, Gordy would know this.
Gwydion answers the question appropriately.
My grandmother on my dad's side, she was an adventurer, and she found a lot of money, and so that's how my family sort of lived. My father didn't really do much work. My mother didn't do much work either when she married into the family. We just kind of inherited everything, and now I'm the one doing work in the family.
He must be so proud of you following in his mother's footsteps.
I hope so. Grandmother did sort of disappear before I was born, so he might actually be very worried about it, but, you know, it's whatever. I mean, it's kind of his fault he kept telling me stories about my grandmother, so I wanted to be an adventurer. Oh, maybe he's trying to get rid of me.
Well,
Oh,
if
is
he
that-
told you stories about it, that must mean he was proud of her. He wouldn't tell you things that he didn't enjoy.
That's certainly true.
Wait, are you telling me that not every one of you is an orphan of some sort that was hired by a guild of would-be freaking adventurers and heroes, specifically molding you to be a slayer of monsters?
Nope. I was an only child, and I was quite sheltered, actually. But I did have both my parents. Still do.
Oh,
I
good.
was orphaned.
Okay. That's two.
But instead of a guild of monster slayers, it was a gladiatorial arena. So
Yeah, lost my parents too. It sucks.
That's fine.
So, Gwydion,
I
shall we
have
go
a
see yours?
stable family.
Yeah,
Right.
Gwydion, can your family adopt all of us so we're not orphans anymore? With the pressing backstories?
No, wait, technically I think I have parents. I just don't know who or where or if they're even alive.
I know who knows that.
Sad.
Who knows?
I'm sure that the Akuahata family could adopt a lot of you, and it would go unnoticed with how large it is.
That worries me. A lot.
I think
This is how Bruce Wayne gets children.
Just adopts random street urchins. It's like, your name's Robin now.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
What
they would
do
be
you
able
think?
to tell.
what do you think, Leora, about sailing to the mainland to meet the Yellowson family? Do you think we should do that?
I think it would be a fascinating time.
I see.
I knew it. Like, what
Hey.
else do you expect?
Then it's
I-
settled.
Need to send a message to my mother, I guess.
Did we have a contract that said we needed to stay on the island?
I think the contract was that we can't be forced off the island for work, if I remember correctly.
So,
I'll just go
the
get
original
Agree.
contract,
Thank you.
the original contract that you signed, was that if until you paid off your debt, you could only stay in Tortana for 1 week, barring repairs.
Yeah.
So, like, if repairs took like 9 days, then you could stay those 9 days, obviously. Before I had to set sail again to make more money to pay off the debt. This most recent paper that you signed in preparation for the Bright Moons Festival basically just waived that. So you can do whatever you want as long as you are back for the Bright Moons Festival.
Sweet.
How many miles away was Maryland?
It's like 4 days, I think.
It was like a couple days. It was like
feels
5
good.
days travel.
Man, it feels good not to be tied down by a contract.
5 days travel each way. We'd only have 4 days. That's cutting it really
Well,
tight.
I think we can do it.
Let me.
I don't think we need that long. I mean,
The most harrowing of expeditions yet, the quest to see Gordian's parents.
His mother specifically.
Okay, so right now it is what, like the 30th of Leaf's turn. So
Sure.
I mean, you have almost 4 weeks.
Yeah, we're
4 weeks? I thought we had 2
4?
weeks.
Yeah, I thought we had 2.
Apparently we're chilling.
I mean, shit, we got time.
I think I just haven't updated it. I think it's the 35th of Leaf's turn. Either way, that's still like
It's the 33rd.
33rd.
It's 33rd, yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, what level are we? We're 5, right?
7.
5.
We are 5, yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Don't give him wrong information.
level
He'll
9.
actually level up to that.
The Bright Moon Festival is in 24 days.
We got this.
We got this.
Guess I'll send a message to my mother. Should we wait for a response, or just I send it ahead of time, and then it gets there slightly before we do?
I think that's a good idea, yeah.
Which one?
The second one, the one that I said, I think that's a good idea.
It could be a nice surprise to have a traveling son just appear at home, but it would be unfortunate if there weren't even at home.
That's true. Yes. So I'm going to send a letter and wait for a response then, and hopefully that won't take too long.
Okay.
Just a few
I mean,
extra days.
I mean, by like bird and things like that, like, I mean, travel can go more. It can go by a little faster, you know. So within a couple days, you should be able to get a message back, no problem.
Do have a bird, huh? Yeah.
Caca, motherfucker.
I wasn't talking. There's like trained messenger birds that exist.
Probably be better. Yeah. Send a message like, "Hello, mother. Some friends. Going to come home soon. Bring some friends that I adventure with. Everything's fine. We talked to Elron. He painted for him once. He talked about you a bit, and also I have a lot of stories to tell to help you with your painting. Love to see you soon? Question mark. If you're home.
Question mark.
Sincerely, your son."
Sincerely, the spawn of your loins.
That's too crass.
All right. You send the letter, and hopefully within a couple of days you'll get that back. In the meantime, it is relatively late, probably close to like 9, 10 ish. Sun went down hours ago, so I mean, I don't know what you guys plan on doing.
I figure we were like maybe chatting as we were walking back from Elrond's to the guild hall. I don't have anything else to do that evening. I'll resummon but that's about it.
Yeah. All right. All right. So you guys go to bed this evening, and when you head down the stairs the following morning, down there, just sitting at one of the tables over by the door, a familiar man wearing very official-looking armor, some short, straight black hair, a small, well-trimmed beard. You recognize him. He's your good friend, Will Baker.
What up, Will?
William.
I hate to ruin your morning, but unfortunately, I have another murder.
All right.
Huzzah.
Let's say we investigate. Ooh.
That is the idea.
Well, I'm glad you think we did good enough the last time to ask for our help again.
See no reason why not. you got into a few more places last time than I could, so.
So
you
are
know.
we going to get some sort of stipend from this?
We are.
We can definitely discuss it. I suppose, you know, I don't necessarily feel like you should be working for free.
Very good.
Perhaps if we were given a wage and inducted as guards, we would be able to get more done.
Oh lord.
Well, you know, you're freelance contractors. Basically going to be treating this like a contract with any adventuring group that we end up hiring for these sorts of deals. But yeah, you know, you can be compensated. That's no problem.
Lead the way, William.
Yes. You might. Well, I mean, I don't really know if you want to get some breakfast in before this. It's a weird one.
Lucian does the anime girl late for school thing and gets a piece of toast with jam on it. Carries it in his mouth.
So yeah, that's me before work.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky. All right. Well. Come on then. He leads you through the city to the theater district, to a small amphitheater along its northern side. Anyone with a passive perception above 15 notices something strange.
Above?
What if it is 15?
I don't even know why I looked.
15 or higher.
I think it's most of us then.
Yeah, most of you. I think all the L's is what I've discovered. It was.
Nice.
So, as you guys are, you know, walking along, you notice through one of the, in one of the sewers, over in an alleyway, just like a little grate where rain flows into, right? You notice a rat that seems to be glowing just a little.
Yes, I got him.
A glowing rat.
It seems to be. It has a faint purple glow, and it looks as though the top of its head has been cut in such a way that you can see its brain. It kind of scurries above the sewer grate, kind of looks around, and then climbs in.
What the fuck?
I don't see it. Never mind. I don't see it.
There is a whole lot of checks I would like to make, but mostly, does that look like an effect of anything I may even think about recognizing? Because holy crap.
Effect? Make me an Arcana check.
This was like a weird crawly brain-looking monster.
Fuck.
Is that what you said?
It was a rat.
Rat. Yeah.
It's a rat that looks like it has its brain exposed, and it's glowing a little.
Will, did you see that, first of all? Did you see it?
I'm going to assume that was a yes, given that you seem to... Or you're just double-checking what his perception is to see if he did see it.
That's it. If I know anything about this man, it's his
See
incompetence.
what?
He did not see it.
It was a rat. What color was it glowing, Michael? Or was it just
Purple.
white?
Like a magenta hue.
There was a rat with its head was cut open and it was glowing purple, like psionic colors, like purple pink sort of, and it scurried down into that grate in the sewer there.
Can't say that I have.
Just
He,
that one
walks-
normal day.
Guess that's something we should check out, though. He walks over to the to the grate and just kind of takes a look inside. I'm not seeing much of anything. It does look like there's some light in there somewhere. I can talk to some of the local guys, see about investigating further if it makes you more, makes you feel safer.
It does seem like something that could be a danger to the public, but...
Or it's just a weird-looking rat.
No, that would mean that we're fortunate, and we're anything but.
Well, luck not taken into consideration, I suppose. In any case, I'll have some people keep an eye out and inform the local precinct.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Pass message to Gwydion. Should we tell him about the Chimera?
Oh, we didn't do that, did we?
I thought we did.
I don't
not?
know.
Gwydion
You ended up not doing that.
Okay,
turns
that's
to
right, we
William
talked about it.
and he says, "Hey, did you hear about the Chimera?" It's not a sort of for a joke. This is actually a question.
Well, Chimera, I did hear that there were reports of some creatures over on Dockside a while back.
Yeah, someone was shipping in chimeras through boxes labeled as wine.
Jeez.
Quite a racket, I suppose, the chimera trading business. We killed them.
Well, I suppose thank you then. Last thing we need is more things running around the city killing people.
Yes, we were working on pursuing leads as well. Lambert looked at ledgers and such things. He'd know a bit.
I'm sorry, what?
I was talking about how Lambert was looking at the leads and the ledgers and stuff.
And my various notes I compiled about the investigation.
Yeah, it's not really my department. I can definitely do some digging over on Dockside, see if they know anything about that whole situation. But unfortunately, acts of sabotage just kind of happen sometimes around here.
Sabotage, is that what we'd call it?
Unfortunately, yes. Much to the chagrin of many of us. In any case, we're here. He takes it like you look up and there's a small amphitheater. The way that it's like built, I mean, it's to be clear, it's one of those theaters that's like open to the sky. That's what an amphitheater is, and like it's like this, big circle. They're like walls that are just effectively like bleachers, basically, and like big like stone arch entryways leading up to those and all that. Will kind of looks over at you. The body was found this morning when the actors came in for rehearsal. Seems to fit the sculptor's usual MO. It's a weird one.
Well, I'm disappointment.
Yeah. You walk in through the archway of the theater, and there, below you, on the stage, posed as if giving a soliloquy to you in the audience, a man or woman. It's hard to say. Their costume is stitched together from what looks to be at least a dozen others. Vibrant dresses, tattered rags, fancy doublets, and everything in between, in every color spectrum. On their head seems to be some sort of wig cut in various lengths and styles. When you get closer, you notice that their face also looks like it's been stitched together.
As in, like, 2 separate faces?
Or 7.
Or 7?
Getting a good look, it appears that the face that is hanging on this creature is in fact made of various other faces, each having different skin tones from pale whites to vibrant browns and reds and greens.
Is this the only corpse found?
Yes. Yeah. We're still trying to kind of ask some of the actors, see if they recognize any of the bits, but it looks like no one has gone missing. It doesn't seem like it's a member of the troupe. As for finding who these bits and pieces came from, I'm afraid there's really no way of us knowing.
Fuck.
Might be difficult.
Well, is it undead? Or fiendish?
No. It appears that everything seems to be on the up and up.
I've done what I can.
It's just regular dead, everybody.
Just very
Normal dead. It is standing up in a very odd way. It is a dead body, and it is like standing, giving a pose. Like, this is not something that dead people usually do.
Is it being held up by strings or nails in its, or...
Make an investigation check.
I will assist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe you want to make it instead.
Okay, I'll make it, and you
I'll-
assist.
Yeah.
Or you, Liliana will do it, because I suck today.
Wow.
I give
Let me
up. I'm
take
done.
care of
I
it.
cannot do a skill check to save my life today.
8.
Liliana, you discover that the arms and legs of this person are made of wood. It seems that the costume over top of them are hiding like the boots, the gloves, the whole thing. Everything like that's not just a part of the torso and head are basically like mannequin parts being posed in a specific way.
I relayed that info. And take a step back. A little freaky.
Would I recognize the play that this specific pose belongs to?
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, well, no.
No. It seems to be a rather broad pose. It doesn't really seem like that's not how plays work.
I mean, it kind of is.
Not really. They're kind of just posed like they're speaking dramatically to the audience, right? Like one of those poses.
I do those all the time.
Liliana, you also notice that in between some of the stitch work on the face, it seems that there's like it seems like it fits a little loosely on the head, like it's some sort of mask.
Will it be a kind of mask where you can just take it off, or would I have to like pull on the thread of the stitch for it to like get to?
It does look like the mask is stitched to the face.
I'll start unweaving it, like pulling on the thread.
It's a little unpleasant, but you manage to undo one of the sides, causing the entire face to just go.
That's macabre.
Revealing what you see behind it is a white-skinned person,
Changeling.
devoid of any distinguishing features. Their eyes are red from lack of pigment, and their hair is equally white as their skin.
Albino.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a changeling.
an albino changeling.
Albino change.
Changed albino.
So is it an albino or is it a changeling?
It's changeling.
Yes.
There's only one thing worse than a changeling.
I know, right?
The rarest of the rare.
No.
Oof.
Huh.
Michael, I would I'd like to stomp my foot down on the stage. Is it hollow or is it solid?
It seems like it is a mix of both. You stomp, like, where you stomp your foot, there is probably like solid parts, but like there are places where there are clearly like trapdoor sort of situations for individual things, you know, stage
So-
work and stuff.
So immediately, this case already has a bit of a trick to it that the others didn't, which is to say we don't know who's been killed.
Yes.
We just know what's
At
been
all.
killed.
We have no way of knowing who's been killed. We just know that it was a changeling.
How do we know that they acted here if it's a changeling?
We don't know
That's the
anything.
point.
That
we
was, that was the Will Baker.
Well, I suppose if one of them had gone missing, but we already asked, and it doesn't look like there's anything going on. Suppose this is a fitting sculpture then. Man of thousand faces.
Do we know who the other skin patches belong to? I mean,
Nope.
they're the real victims.
They're the real victims. Jeez.
Wow.
That's
Ooh.
really good, and I like it a lot.
She already said we don't know.
No, unfortunately. There's just, barring some kind of magic, I'm afraid we're not going to really be able to make a lot of headway on this. Just, you know, based on face alone, at least.
If I had to guess, maybe the people that this changeling stood in for, those are the bits and pieces of them.
It wouldn't exactly explain it. It's a lot of dead bodies.
It's a lot of.
I mean, what? There's at least 16 here.
Are we certain that they came from living people and not corpses?
Well, that's what I was.
There's no way we can be.
Michael, the stage controls, those would be backstage, right?
There is no backstage. It's an amphitheater.
I don't know
Amphitheater.
what exactly that looks like, so I'm just kind of. Where would the stage controls for the trapdoors and stuff?
Are you familiar with Grayson Theaters?
They would. So the trapdoors and stuff, they're not. There is no like controls. It's a door.
You just push
In the
it
stage.
really hard.
It's a lift. You know, you
It's a lift.
lift it.
I want to open one of the trapdoors.
Okay. I mean, that's easy enough. It's just, you know, you pull up on the latch and you open it up. Taking a look inside, it's dark. But like there are some like some candles lit. There's like a small like room for like the person to, you know, like costumes and stuff. Like it seems like this is like part entrance, part, you know, all sorts of things. You do notice a lot of costumes. Some of them do have bits and pieces cut out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Make me an investigation check.
I'm not good at these, but I will.
I was about to say, the last time someone that was good at this rolled it, they rolled one twice.
Really happy that happened. As I am always. Taking a look around, I mean, you do find that it seems that the body is, it seems that the body is on a relatively solid bit of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sort of room underneath it, but there are definitely like scraps of like wigs and clothing that have been, you know, ripped and torn and cut, and it seems like this is where the costume at least was made.
Mm-hmm.
The entrances are to this amphitheater. How many entrances are there to this place?
There are 4. One on either end of the circle.
I'll just walk around looking at the 4 of them and see if I see anything. Like
over on
bloody
the
footprints. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Make me an investigation check.
Hooray. I'm gonna push a button.
I'm excited.
Yep.
I mean, you see, there's like a lot of different footprints. I mean, it's hard to get like a.
But there's not like a
It doesn't
bloody
seem
footprint
like-
that leads in an obvious direction.
No, unfortunately, if there is one, it doesn't look like you found it at the very least.
You know what? Actually, looking at the body. So, looking at the body, is it... Maybe someone said this already, but I had to step away. Is it literally just a head mounted on basically a wooden mannequin, or is it just the arms and limbs are wood?
It seems to just be the limbs. It does seem to have a torso.
Okay. Do the limbs made of wood look like they're actually, like, professionally manufactured in some way? Like a carpenter would mayhap? Or they look like... But
Make me a cartographer's tools check.
what?
You mean
How does that make any sense?
Carpenter's tools.
Carpenter.
Look, it's been a long day.
It sounds
Okay.
like you need a cheese puff.
So, number
There's a
one,
map on
that
the
was
board.
weird. Number two, who here actually is good with carpenter's tools? Does anyone even have those?
I have
Maybe.
them, but I'm not trained in them.
Well, you're half trained in them or something like that.
So I'm trained in carpenter's tools.
You come over here. You come over here and you do this. I'm assisting you because this is something I would look at and point out to you, and I need your intel on this. Ergo, you will have advantage in me pointing this out to you and saying, it's like, are these made, like, professionally? That is not what you click on, Nathan.
Hey DM, what do I roll?
That'd be intelligence.
You
Or
have advantage.
proficiency.
Yeah, just add proficiency.
So that would be 19.
19.
Yeah.
It looks like this is very finely crafted. The wood seems to be very. It seems to be at least sanded professionally, sculpted professionally. It does seem like it's a good rendition of. It's almost as if like the individual like muscles were taken into consideration. Like all of the joints are almost like perfectly where they would be. It seems very smooth all the way across. Like there's nothing saying that this wasn't done professionally, and it probably took a long time to complete.
Like, I'm looking at this, and I can recognize the anatomy of the human muscular structure that went into the detail of it. I was like, okay. And obviously, the Master Carpenter did. Wow.
The most uncomfortable part of this is how lovingly it was made.
Hey Lambert, what's your passive perception?
15.
Okay.
You want my passive investigation? Because I think that's 17.
Good to know.
So, Michael, the entrances to the amphitheater, are they like doors that would be locked, or is it just open air? You just walk in?
It's open.
Okay.
There's like big stone archways.
Or
And all these costumes and wigs, are they on a rack, or are they just sort of in boxes, or...
The costumes that have been cut up seem to be displaced. There are more that are like basically hung up with clothespins and stuff. various mannequin heads and things to put wigs on.
I'd like to move some of it sort of aside and check the wall behind it.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. This is not my forte, but it's fine.
Okay. You take a few knocks on the wall behind the clothing rack, and it doesn't seem like there's anything. I mean, it seems to be relatively solid.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like it doesn't mean that there's not a door that leads to like a secret place, but it's just not behind that there. You know what I mean?
Michael, are
Yeah?
prosthetic limbs a thing?
I hope so.
Not really.
Okay, so okay.
I mean, not like commonplace.
And
So
usually
there
it's a
aren't,
hook.
Yeah, so there's not going to be like a prosthetic limb shop or something.
I mean, not anything this fine, at least. Like,
By like a peg leg, but not like a
I'm
full
just
ass
thinking.
arm.
Okay.
If I take my foot and stomp it down underneath the stage where I am, is that solid?
yeah, it's dirt.
Okay.
Sound dirt makes.
Grade D beef. The area I am, you said it's an entrance as well as just a trapdoor? There's
No.
No?
Yeah, it seems like it's not that. It's basically like where the actors wait to go on stage.
Okay.
You know, like get dressed and like costume changes, other things.
I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did in that other house, and I'm gonna run my hands across the whole length of the wall, and I'm checking for just little teeny gaps, anything that would pique my
And
interest.
make me another investigation check.
15.
Doesn't seem like there's anything there.
Hmm.
Has anyone cast Detect Magic yet?
Nope.
I can't.
Maybe will do that.
I have access to that.
Are you the only one?
Possibly. Yeah. Anyways, eyes aglow. I don't know if William Baker had it.
Alright,
I'm gonna walk around and sniff out magic like a bloodhound.
So you take a look. It doesn't seem like there is anything inherently magical going on around here. You do note that there are like a few magic lights put in place around the amphitheater, but like that's not particularly suspicious. Yeah, I don't think anything would be radiating any sort of like magical energy.
Well,
Hold on. Hey, Leeware, what's your perception?
19.
Oh, jeez.
I'm
What?
sorry, 18. My passive is 18.
Okay. Well, when you were investigating the limbs to take a look at their quality, you noticed something in one of the joints. Just one of the like tiny finger joints that are like hard to
Is
do
it a
things.
label?
No, it's not a label.
Address? Home address?
No.
Hey, if you can read this, I'm the sculptor. No, what you find is what looks to be a bit of a hair.
Ooh.
And on that note,
Like a rabbit?
I found a rabbit. On
What is
that
with
note,
all the irony?
I think we should take a break.
I have to use the bathroom, and also
It's
I
also
have an-
halfway.
I have an amazing story to tell when we get back that
Mhm.
I forgot about.
Awesome.
We can take a break. That sounds good.
Reading. All right.
Right. Reconvene.
I've got some sausage to heat up.
Oh God.
You bet you do.
Bazinga.
Okay, on that note. So, getting back into form as I used to do with this particular brand of the series, this video is going to end here, but don't worry, if you're curious about what happens next, hey, just keep tuned in, because basically the moment you're done watching this, the next one should already be up and ready to go for your viewing pleasure to see whatever the hell we found. We found a hare, and we found, yet again, a grisly murder that is just rife with... Actually, this... I wouldn't say it's irony, it's poetic, though, and I'm not sure what phrasing is best for this particular scenario. Anyway, but as usual, thank you all for watching, hope you all enjoyed, and if you all did enjoy, great wish on that support as always by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, sharing it with your friends, and tuning in, basically, once you're done with this, for part 2. But, hey, we'll see you there in the next video, where I'll give my true outro.